2018, you see, we decided the National Youth Authority and the Ministry of Youth and Sports decided to put up 10 youth resource centers across this country. Now,
one per region.
One per region. So they were to be found in just a second. So Wa, Doma, Dunkwalfin, Kofodia, Nyinahini, Axim, Accra, which is the Kaneshi Sports Complex. Now, where the National Youth Authority's office is.
Thank you.
Navrongo, Yendi, and Ho. Now, these were the places cited by the government to house facilities.
Okay.
Now, when this was announced, I recall being on the Citi Breakfast Show a year after and asked what the plan was. Because it wasn't just about building these things. It was about them being built and being useful. Now, that meant that we asked on this show, and I remember very well because I did the asking, what the plan was in terms for the youth centers to keep them viable daily. 2024, we did the National Independence Day celebration in Ho. No, we did Kofodia, don't worry. We did Ho 2 years ago, last year.
Ho was 2021.
Or 2020? No, we've been there recently.
Independence was 2021.
2021.
Yes, and then Kofodia was 2024.
We opened the youth resource center. It happened there.
Yes.
Have you seen it now, today?
Which one? The whole one?
The whole one.
I just drove past it the last time I went to Ho. I didn't enter it.
No problem. Kofodia, the one that we used recently, have you seen it?
I have not gone there.
Navrongo, they were done. Have you seen it?
No.
Bernard, each of these things cost $1.8 million.
Dollars.
So 1.8 by 10.
What?
It's by 15.
No, by 10.
In terms of like the number.
The number.
Yes. So we did.
Yes,
So they built 10.
Yes.
They built 10. You are the mathematician. So how?
18 million.
$18 million. So we have spent $18 million to build these facilities, some of which are still not complete, by the way, like Kaneshi, Azuma.
That place has become
Yes.
So that's
But forest.
270 million cedis.
Yes. But those that have been completed have been left to rot.
Why? Like how? Left to rot like how?
Bernard, they are not in use.
in use.
They are there.
What are they supposed to be used for?
Bernard, let me give you my phone.
What are they supposed to be used for?
Bernard, they were supposed to serve as gathering centers. They're supposed to serve as training centers. They're supposed to serve as sports facilities for the communities within which they are found. So let me give you my phone. Yes, here it is.
So the one at Ho, when I'm going to Ho and I use Sogakope Road, I get to after Daklu Mountain. You see it on your left. So when
Look at the photos here. This is Navrongo. Just slide.
Oh,
Yes.
Okay.
it's like a Hey.
Okay.
What's going on here? So it's like a stadium with bush.
Yes.
Like a stadium, but so is it abandoned or left? What's the problem?
Yes, Bernard, that is the issue. So we've done these facilities and then we've left them.
To be overrun by weeds. Is it an Avrongo one?
Yes. Now, this is who I've given you my phone. And listeners, those of you have the means. Yes, this is who.
Why have they left it like that? The Adaklumonte is behind it.
So
What's the point?
Exactly.
Oh, listeners. So it's like bush.
no, basically it's rotting away.
Why have they left it like that?
Which is the point? So because that's the question I'm asking, and we require Parliament.
Are they for sports or what?
It was yes.
So why are they keeping it like that?
There are sporting
Facilities there.
and they are supposed
Each
to.
one has a football pitch. They have tartan tracks.
They
Are you
supposed to
serious?
have-
Yes, they have tartan tracks.
Do they have
Basketball,
regional races that they can run there?
So much that they could do. And remember that day when I spoke about this thing, I spoke about this thing and spoke about how useful it will be if they actually did it. Again, I'm talking to Parliament here today. YEA Youth in Sports program takes off. It was launched the year after we started building these things. We're training people in pitch management. Now, according to the YEA's website, after the training, participants will be equipped with basic skills to manage football pitches, like these ones. They were training people in fitness and wellness who could have worked at these places. coaching who could have worked at these places.
So what is the problem?
These places, and none of them is functioning according to my checks as we speak today.
You built 10 youth resource centers,
Yes.
which are like mini stadia
Yes.
with tartan tracks and sitting capacity,
Yes.
and they are just rotting.
They are just
away.
rotting away.
Now, I even, when they were being built, I even made mention of the location. But I didn't want to go into it too much because of the way of. But some of the locations were a bit strange for me.
Like Yinehini.
What, you know, but we left it. You build it. Everybody deserves facilities. But here we are, years after. Those that have been... Oh, Caleb, you have an aerial shot. Bernard, have you seen the aerial shot?
So Bernard, this is even where the NYA office is. This is
This is
behind
Kaneshi
Kaneshi Sports Complex.
Kaneshi Sports Complex.
It's a forest.
Well, since we want to Green Accra,
And the
So the
NYA,
headquarters
the
there.
point I was going to make, and I'm surprised you bring this up, because the NYA boss, this is his office. The building
so wait,
here
so
is his office.
was this the
And
new?
behind-
Were this the standard they built?
Yes, for Zuma Nelson Sports Complex. This is it.
All kinds of creatures.
Well, it's like a green belt now.
Yes.
We'll take it like that. It's like a
No,
forest.
Bernard, no. So one is going to Parliament.
My simple appeal this morning to Parliament and whoever it is, we need an audit of these
But I
facilities.
said I don't need it.
But so why did we spend $18 million on it?
Wait, so who's supposed to use it?
It's NYA and the Ministry of Youth and Sports. They should come and tell us something about why these facilities
So we built
that
10
have been
10
completed are in the state that they
We
are in.
built 10 youth resource centers, which are like stadia,
Mini stadiums.
and we have just left them to rot.
They are just rotting away.
Bernard, this is
We cleaned it up to do Independence Day.
This is
After
the
Independence Day, we went away. What is this?
no.
When did you take this shot?
This one, actually, Coco David commissioned someone to take these drone shots. So that's the NYA boss's office. And behind it is the Kaneshi Sports Complex. And it's bush. It's taken over by...
Kaneshi
by-
Forest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kaneshi
I'm sure
Forest.
you
And
enter,
that's
all
appropriate.
kinds of creatures are in there.
Because I understand a church used to hold annual programs there, and they stopped them from going there because when they did, they would rehabilitate the place and all. They said, they are going to use it for something, and that's what has become of it.
Hey, there's greenery in Kaneshi.
Yeah.
So, Aloski, this morning,
So this is
the
Ministry
Honorable
of Youth and
Mustafa,
Sports.
Yusuf, and Pius, and Amajide, you have work.
No, I still don't understand this.
No, what don't you
$1.8
understand?
million
Per center.
on 10. Name the locations again.
So we spent the money in Wa,
Upper West,
Doma,
Upper Bruno,
yes, Dunkanofin,
Dunkanofin is Central Region,
yes, Kofodia,
Eastern Region.
Nyinahini, Ashanti,
Yinehini is Ashanti.
Yes.
Yes.
Axim,
Western Region,
Accra,
Greater Accra,
Navrongo,
Upper East again,
Yendi,
North,
and Ho,
Volta,
yes.
and they are all just there.
Those that have been completed, they are just there.
And most of them
why?
are uncompleted
Completed.
as we speak.
Like Accra.
Most
But
of
what's the point of building something that you don't want to use?
Meanwhile,
Is it a Ministry of Sports thing?
Ministry of Sports and NYA. I'm not leaving out NYA.
The previous
because
sports minister-
the budget for this actually we were told is NYA budget. It's not Youth and Sports Ministry budget.
The previous
Who is
sports
the NYA
minister.
boss?
Pius,
Pius, and I'm Haji.
Pius Enam Haji there.
Yes.
who wants to be MP in my mother's hometown?
German. Pius, what's happening to the youth? It's called Youth Resource Center.
Yes, youth
Yes,
resource
we need them to speak about this. Because you see, we lack the infrastructure.
And you've built it.
You've built
and
the
left
thing
it.
and you've left it
You've
to rot.
locked it.
In the meantime, Bernard, 2 million, almost 2 million youth are not in education, they are not employed, and they are not in training. That's
What
what
are
the
they- they are
Ghana
playing
Statistical Service is telling us.
2 million youth are not in education.
I'll leave it to you.
employment,
And we have
and
our
training.
resource centers going to waste.
Ghana cry. Why? Ghana, why? Well, Godfrey, you're getting some corroboration here.
What's he saying?
Good morning, team. Ho hosted the 2023 Independence Day. So you were right.
okay.
Not the 2021. Unfortunately, the whole Youth Resource Center is absolutely rotting away. No maintenance. It's like we wasted taxpayers' money on building this center.
Meanwhile, the whole sports stadium
It's a mess.
is being used every single day. So as soon as they were done with the independence celebration, whatever, why did they not simply say, okay, send some of the activities that happen at the whole sports stadium to this one. Now I have messages here. Somebody says the pitch in the Koforidua one, for instance, the recently Division 1 games couldn't be held at the Koforidua Center because of the asking price. The forecourt has been turned into funeral grounds. The Dunkwa-Onofin Youth Resource Complex is terrible. It has been abandoned as well, with chairs fitted and the pitch done. But they didn't do the tartan tracks and they've abandoned it.
Sky, can't somebody ask a question in Parliament?
Parliament! We need somebody to answer these questions for us.
They are their constituency. That is in a constituency, isn't it?
They are in different parts of the country.
Yeah, I mean, so the members of these.
Yes, the members of Parliament for these areas should please.
We can find them. So first
Yes.
one is Dunkwa-Onofin.
Dunkwa-Onofin.
Dunkwa will be upper west, upper
Upper part of
Upper
Central
Dintra.
region,
That's in the central region.
Yes, Central.
Dintra upper. Then Navrongo is Navrongo.
Yes.
Wa is there one or Wa?
Yes.
Wa.
Yes.
Ho is Ho.
Yes.
And then
Doma.
is helping.
We need to figure out between our friend Manoma
Is it
and
Doma east or west?
It says Doma.
Anoma.
So whichever one Anoma, go and find out. Paul Boama. Go and find out what is happening there.
They fire for TV and radio all over.
Always commenting on things, some of which are not TV.
Advise
You should go and pursue this one.
us.
Yesterday he was even on TV.
Yeah.
Every day he's on TV.
No, they deliver. I didn't deliver rough. Great things, fellow
Oh,
countrymen.
Nina Yini is like Mampunya.
Yeah.
Isn't that
Isaac
Isaac?
Consent.
That's Isaac Esiama.
Isaac Esiama.
Is he still in Parliament?
It's still in Parliament,
Sorry,
but
when did
it's
this
been
project start?
it's
2018.
you know.
So it was under him.
It was
Yes, it was started when he was sports minister.
he started
He used to trumpet this a lot.
But
He
removed-
put one in his constituency.
So within the same
And he didn't finish it.
within the same party but different government,
Yes.
they couldn't continue.
No, they finished some and they've left them to rot away.
Is that they didn't find a use for it?
I don't know.
But are they necessary?
Which is the question I asked when they were being done. I think they are very necessary. What we don't do is in planning for these things, we do not plan for what we will do with them and who will do it. Which is why when Isiama announced this on this breakfast show, I asked that, did Isiama also present a plan, his ministry, do they have a plan or the NYA for what they will do with this infrastructure when it is done?
Yeah, but you've been talking.
It's not just
lack
about
of-
the
you see-
building. Who will work in
You
it?
see, you said something on this show. You said we don't have green spaces and we need parks.
Yes.
So you didn't agree with the AstroTurf. So if somebody is building
I was
a youth
happy.
resource center with green grass and tartan tracks, full of
Wonderful.
athletes, it's great.
Great.
Now, who should ensure that it's used?
the people with the sports
The
authority.
youth authority or the sports authority?
Both of them.
Both of them. Because
It's an NYA project. You see,
So apparently
when
the whole one is Adaklu. So the MP will be Agboja.
hey,
Gavins.
Yeah, because the Independence Day was held in the other.
Yeah, but Adaklu is next to who actually?
Yeah, that's right. They
So-
used to be the same.
who is MP for Axim? To find MP for Axim, let's mention his or her name.
Him.
No, but Charlie, you can despair because Sky. I mean, you have a youth resource center. If for nothing at all, let the youth go and play football every week. You let them go and play football there every week.
No, during campaign season, they'll do a ponche
You
cap.
see, and the reason why, you know why I mentioned the YEA thing?
It's sad because you see, we've been talking about promotion athletics and you've been complaining about lack of tartan tracks. Imagine if every region, all the schools even use the place for athletics.
yes,
Which is what we thought was going to happen.
So why have they left it?
Which is what we thought was going to happen.
Leadership is sleeping. Oh. Sports minister, wake up. Which other minister is this? Or youth authority?
no, this
Yes,
is
it's NYA and
Sports
Yusuf is
Ministry,
not too.
Youth
They should
Ministry
sort
of
it
Youth and
out.
Sports and NYA.
But they can
Then-
also even link with education.
Yes,
To use
whatever. They need to, you see, because
Pious.
we've wasted money. We've sunk money into
this.
this
Pious
project.
Enam Haji
Good
there.
morning.
Ah,
But I'm just saying the MPs of these areas
Should make wild.
Should make wild. Call the people.
Who is the MP for Azim?
Axim, so the area is Evaluate at Jomoro Jura, and the MP is Kofi Ako Nokoi.
so that's MPP or NDC.
He's NDC. Yeah.
Let's mention the names again. There's Nyinehin is Isaac Esiama.
Achimampunya.
Adaklu is Gavin Kwame Agboja. Navrongo is
Mountains.
what? Who is Navrongo MP?
Koforidua is
Kofebia is Befi.
Befi.
New Job in South. So there's a resource center, a whole stadium, and then they are not.
Akufo, they just did something there
Then
recently.
there was held was it not?
It was at the Jubilee. It was a different park. You know, Koforidua, there's a park there called
the Jubilee Park.
Jackson.
No, I think this is the one that they did the independence celebration at.
Yes, it was at the
Yes.
Youth Resource Center.
That means
Yes.
that means they are using it
For what? For what?
for independence.
Once a
No, but
year.
that is what they did to Ho. Ho also hosted it, and they left it after.
Navrongo's MP, Navrongo Central MP, Honorable Samson Tangombu Chiragia.
So is it that there's nothing they need it for?
We need it, Bernard.
Why
The football
the
teams don't
football
have
teams
places
not
to play.
asking for it?
No, Bernard. The thing also is, have the places been handed over?
To who?
We don't know.
They just go and do demonstration there
Against what?
against the lack of use.
Bernard,
Bernard, it's not just the lack of use, so
engagement.
it's the abandonment. It's not even just the lack of use. If it is not being used and it's being maintained, there's a problem. They are done with the thing.
The thing is making me
There's
feel
lack of
sick. It's
use
making me feel sick.
and it's been abandoned.
This guy, how
I showed you the pictures.
How does this make sense?
Does it look like it's being maintained?
1.8 million CDs times 10, 18 million times 15. That's 270 million CDs or something. And you just leave it like that.
Yeah, I mean, it happens a lot with many government projects. Sometimes the suggestion is that the contractor hasn't handed it over because they have not paid, and so if you go and use it,
Oh, come on.
there are issues there.
Come on.
Other
then the thing will be
times-
deteriorating.
Other times we want to investigate some issues that may or may not have gone on.
But there's no scandal about
Other
this.
times somebody wants to know whether the president has opened it. If they've not
Who is the
opened
MP
it
for Kaneshi? Okankwe South.
yet. Is that Central or South? Or
Okay. Kaneshi is
Central
Okankwe
is-
South.
yeah,
So that
South.
would be
The
Newman.
Newman, yeah. The lady, Victor Newman's daughter.
Bernard, but this cuts across. If you go to education, for example, you saw the story I did over the weekend from the Alogboshi Basic School. GNPC has spent our money, the foundation spent our money to build a 6-unit classroom block. And the building has been there for more than a year. It's not open. And the students, the pupils are studying in a structure that is decrepit, that is decaying. And the Lee Showers school is over.
I saw the report.
And
People are smoking
yeah,
substances.
and in the slum, people are smoking weed and
the
things.
teachers say sometimes the kids are influenced by that.
They are selling weed toffee on the campus.
Compare
Meanwhile,
ground.
while this is going on, Befi is cutting salt for an AstroTurf on the Koforidua Technical University football park tomorrow.
Nobody should attend that thing.
Oh, wait,
Nobody should attend it.
Listen, 24th July,
Mother.
the MP for New Jamin South is cutting the salt for an AstroTurf on the Koforidua Technical University football park tomorrow.
Okay.
Now, I'm told a football park with green grass is going to be turned into an AstroTurf.
Thank you. Thank you. That's the Ghana way.
Let's close the country.